Hi there, thanks for tuning in to Ask Michelle. My name is Michelle Hart and I'm a diet and detox specialist, and today's topic is Keto 101. What, why, and how. So what is keto? Keto is a catch-all phrase that basically includes a diet and lifestyle where our bodies are able to produce and use ketones as an energy source. So much the same as you would sugar. So you have two energy sources. You have sugar as an energy source and you have fat or ketones as an energy source. Ketones are produced in the body through the liver. Anytime you're eating a diet that's higher in fat or you're breaking down your own body fat, the triglycerides are actually shuttled to the liver. The liver then produces the ketones, and the ketones are then sent to the brain, the muscles, and the heart as an energy source. So that's what keto is. Why would we want to go keto? Well, there's three primary reasons why you'd want to go keto. The first primary reason why you'd want to go keto is because it is the quickest and fastest way, I'd say healthiest as well, to get lean. And so how that works is we talked about the two energy sources, sugar and fat or ketones. Anytime we're eating sugar or carbohydrates, insulin gets raised. Anytime insulin gets raised, which is a hormone, our body's ability to break down fat is stopped. We stop fat burning right in its tracks. So basically, when we're eating and living in a way that uses fat as a fuel source, then we can tap into our own body fat and start to shred our body fat, get into a lean state, and actually stay that way. And it's really quite easy, and you'll learn how. The second primary reason why we'd want to go keto is because it's the quickest, fastest way to get clean and stay clean. We talked about the two energy sources, sugar and fat or ketones. Sugar is a very dirty source of energy, and it produces a lot of free radicals. And so free radicals, if we produce too many, they actually damage tissue and they cause inflammation. So, but on the other hand, if we're using fat as a fuel source or ketones, it's a very clean source of fuel. And so it doesn't produce as many free radicals, so it's a clean source. So the third primary reason why we'd want to go keto is because it can rid you of emotional eating. You're not tied to the fridge all the time. You don't have to eat all the time. You're not hungry all the time. You don't have all these cravings. So you're gonna eat, you're gonna stop, you're gonna be productive, 4 to 5 hours, be mindful, you be present, be with your children, and then you stop, you eat, you stop again, and then you do that 2-3 times. You're not always tied to the fridge all the time, which is actually quite freeing, and you can be productive doing other things. So how are we gonna go keto? Well, to go keto includes diet and lifestyle. So basically the diet includes moderate to high fat. Moderate fat if you can do the lifestyle factors too, so you don't have to eat all that high fat unless you like the fat, it's fine. Moderate protein, and then low to very low carb. So let's talk about how much protein. So basically, if you're an active type, the general guidelines are 0.7 grams of protein per pound of lean body mass. So my lean body mass is I'm about 100 pounds of lean body mass. So I'm 18% body fat, which puts me at 125 pounds on the scale, but I'm 100 pounds of lean body mass. So if I multiply 0.7 because I'm active, that's 70 grams of protein that I need to have a day. So I'll divide that between 2 or 3 meals a day. And so then let's look at the carbohydrates. So as an active type, you're looking at about 50 grams of total carbs for the day for the active person. If you're non-active, you're 20 grams of carbohydrates for the day. Again, you're dividing that between 2 or 3 meals a day. Now let's get into the fat. So to make it easy, we don't want to shove a lot of fat into our bodies at the start of this because the liver gets overwhelmed. It's producing the bile to break down the fat, and you could feel nauseous and get the keto flu. We're not doing that. So what I do is I advise my clients to go just add 1 or 2 tablespoons of added fat to your 2 to 3 meals a day, and just start with that. You know you're on the right track if you can spread your meals apart 4 to 5 hours and you're not feeling nauseous, so you know you're on the right track. If you feel like you're hungry all the time, bring your fat up a little bit. What are the best fats? Avocados, coconuts, olives, butter, or ghee would be your best fats. Okay, so now let's talk about the lifestyle factors. So we've got to get that quality sleep. So regardless of how good your diet is, if you're not sleeping, you're actually going to wake up in a type 2 diabetic state. So that means you're hungry all the time, you've got the cravings, and you're just in this, you're not getting to where you want to go. So make sure that you're really dialing in that quality sleep. So the summertime, we're going to want to have about 8 hours of solid deep sleep. In the wintertime, we're about 9.5 hours of solid deep sleep. The second component to a ketogenic lifestyle is making sure that you're moving, you've got that exercise in. So if you're not really used to exercising, just start with walking outside an hour a day. Just start with that. But if you are used to exercising, make sure you're not chronically exercising. And the exercise that you are doing includes some HIIT, so high intensity interval training, 2 to 3 times a week. And then other than that, your movement throughout the week as well. So the third component to a healthy ketogenic lifestyle is intermittent fasting. This is, in my opinion, the secret sauce. So basically, it doesn't mean going on a 7-day fast or 1 full day fast. You can make this really easy and just fast from dinner to breakfast. So it's different for males than it is females. So let me explain. Males, men, you can ideally go about 16 hours. So move into, if you're not used to it, just maybe start with the 14. But anyways, you're good with 16 hours from the time you have dinner to the time you have breakfast. Don't eat. Just have water or herbal tea. Just don't eat. So that way, what you're doing is you're training your body to use fat as a fuel source or ketones as a fuel source. Remember, using your jet packs, breaking that down, and then becoming a fat burner. If you're a woman and you're menstruating, you're 14 hours of fasting. From the time you have dinner to the time you have breakfast, that's no food. So in the evening, water or herbal tea, maybe with a little bit of stevia. In the morning, you have your 1 liter of water, maybe with a bit of lemon in there, or just water. And yeah, so the fourth component, I guess we can add in, which would be really important, would be stress management. So if you find yourself chronically stressed, that's something you need to look at because that will inhibit your fat burning ability. So I would say the quickest, fastest way to reduce that stress is for women. Sometimes you just need to say no to them and yes to you and start doing a little bit more self-care. The other thing you can do is if you find yourself with a bit of anxiety, just stop and do your deep belly breaths. It'll put you into that parasympathetic mode, and or get outside in nature, go for a nice walk. So those are really good tips. Well, I hope you've enjoyed Keto 101, what, why, how. My name again is Michelle Hart, and I'm available for one-on-one consulting for those that are interested in more detail or just more customized plan. Just go to askmichelle.com. That's A-S-K. Michelle is M-I-C-H-A-L-E, not E-L-E. So askmichelle.com, and I'm available for to create a plan for you. I'd love to do that. Okay, thank you.